Are there any questions for Professor Wulff?
Ray.
Yeah, well, marvelous, interesting, cool. It struck me listening through the four sections that you went through, and especially the last two. And let's using this last list that's on the screen right now just to illustrate. Strikes me how parallel, similar that list of statements is and connotations is to those who would be the converts.
Yes.
We have, of course, a lot more of this kind of work on conversion as opposed to, say, call it deconversion or becoming an atheist. And the statements people make are like this. They say they feel relief, enhancement of life, reassertion of moral value, feelings of having attained superior understanding, confidence regarding their new position, and just struck me. And indeed, as I'm still working on the third edition of my book, I've got to include some of this in there. So let's
we'll follow.
let us communicate, because this is just fits like just wow. Yeah.
But it's also framed differently, and particularly the freedom from religion. You don't have that, I think, equivalent thing. And also just being in a culture where your perspective is so negatively viewed. And I suppose most of us know that when people have been asked or projecting certain attributes to presidential candidates, and would you vote for this candidate, that among the various alternatives, including gays, atheists are the least likely to be voted for. Americans will more readily vote for a gay candidate than they would for an atheist. So that it's a very difficult context, and it's poignant to read. Business people who say, I dare not tell people that I'm an atheist, or I'll lose my business, lose my customers. And of course, to declare yourself an atheist, well, I said that not just for the presidency, but for Congress and the Senate. We have one congressperson who has come out atheist.
Yes, here and then Nick.
In your narratives, I assume, especially when you were talking, I don't have it here exactly, but there was a point in there of casting off one of your bullets, and it was dealing with, well, I wanted to ask, do you have in your narratives a commonality in epiphanies or turning points, things like that?
No. I mean, it is. I mean, some of them have, and sort of understandable, have trouble kind of figuring out quite what happened. You know, it was a gradual process. They felt, they had these feelings. They were kind of checking things out. In most cases here, and again, this would be a difference, Ray, from religious conversion. Well, religious conversion can be gradual or sudden, but the kinds of descriptions you're paralleling to this are usually sudden conversion. And overwhelmingly, these conversions are gradual. So there seldom is there a real epiphany, though occasionally there is. Or if not an epiphany of the change, epiphany of what it means. So there's one fellow, and actually this comes off of the positiveatheism.com, not this one. It was, for my money, the very best essay on that site. Very long, a very interesting struggle and reading and so on. But essentially, it's two epiphanies that he had, or realizations. One was the dropping of barriers between himself and other people, which is one of the things that most disturbed him when he was deeply religious, was how that barrier seemed to be there, that he felt that he, along with his co-religionists, were condemning other people and so on. And then the other epiphany was, which I've kind of already alluded to, how much more profound his experience is, looking at human existence. Here we appear on this earth. Who knows how that happened, and then we have this allotted time, and then we're gone. Poof. And that for him, that makes life here so much more poignant and richer and deeper than when he was religious.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Nick.
Just a quick comment, and following on from Ray's comment about the similarity between conversion and casting off. And did I wonder if it's more similar than you might be bearing out if we consider conversion in non-Western contexts? So thinking about, say, converts to Christianity within a Muslim or Arabic context, often there's a lot of, a huge amount of resistance from others. And we might also find some accounts within conversion to a particular religion of finding a freedom from particular things in the past. I mean, this is certainly a common theme.